How we doing, YouTube? Stevie here. Oh, it is same day, what, 12th, I think. About 1:20. I'm still bored, actually. I'm bored is what I actually am. Just sitting here in the DDG line. Took forever to get loaded this morning in South Bend. Took forever to get unloaded and took forever to get loaded. They had a problem with the DEF system, which shut everything down on the corn side. And then there was a lot of trucks getting DDG, so I got there early to try to get a jump on everything today. And heck, I think I was there 5 hours. Got there a little after 5:30. Yeah, well, not quite. Four and a half hours. I had to put my shades on when I got my cataract surgery. My eyes can't take that sun anymore. Anyway, to the point of the topic, or the topic of the video today, while I'm sitting there doing nothing, I'm only about 1, 2. I'm at the kiosk now, so there's 2 trucks and 1 on the pit in front of me. There's 2 rows of it, and the stupid flies still giving me business. But anyway, I was wondering, you guys put it in the comment section. Are you guys doing anything, or what are you doing, if you're doing anything, to prepare for the possible Harris Walz administration? Now, I am not a supporter of that ticket. If you guys are, that's fine. I don't think less of you. If that's what you want to vote for, I'm not going to. I think you're making a mistake, but I'm not. I don't dislike you or anything like that. But in terms of how you're going to protect your business, if they were to win, which there's a very good chance that they are going to, the candidate that I'm supporting is not doing. He's doing some things that one would think that he would not be doing. Let me just say it that way. We can get into him another day. But when you look at the Harris administration, the possibility of the Harris administration, she has been on record. Now, I say that very loosely because everything that she's previously said on record, generally, if it's anything controversial, she's had a spokesman come out and say, oh, no, that's not her position now. No, that's not her position now. Because she hasn't done any press conferences where they could ask her any questions. It's all been off the teleprompter and no questions from the reporters. And people keep saying, well, eventually she's going to have to do interviews. No, she doesn't. Because the press doesn't want her to do interviews either. She doesn't want to do them, and they don't want her to do them. Because that's when she's at her weakest. When she has to think off the top of her head, that's when she says dumb things. So she will do the bare minimum that she has to do in terms of interviews. And she definitely won't do an interview with somebody that's going to ask her a question she don't want to answer, or that she doesn't know is coming. So I don't see how she doesn't win. When you have everything lined up that she's got lined up in terms of money, in terms of the press falling all over to get her elected, former President Trump going after the governor of Georgia, who's very popular down there in a state that he needs to win. It's craziness that he says sometimes that it's just so off message. And like I said, I've thought for a long time, the global elites, the Davos crowd, they are not as close as they are to getting everything they want to not keep him from getting elected. If they got Joe Biden elected from the basement, they can get her elected from the teleprompter. That's a fact. So let's just say that happens. I hope it doesn't, but let's say it does happen. She said before she wants to limit and eventually eliminate the consumption of beef because of what allegedly beef do to the environment. Well, if you're a beef eater or a beef grower, or you grow something that beef consume, how do you navigate that? Her vice presidential selection, he signed a bill in Minnesota to be totally, let me say this, I don't know how to say this correctly. I want to make sure I'm accurate. All energy on the grid by 2040 needs to be from renewables. So no gas, no coal, all has to be wind and solar by 2040 in Minnesota. She is a big proponent of the Green New Deal that has very similar language. He signed a bill to mandate that auto dealers carry more electric vehicles in Minnesota, even though the grid can't take it and people don't want to buy them. She's signed on to legislation for the elimination of the combustion engine by 2035. 2035 is not that far away. For those of you that don't know, diesel trucks operate on the combustion engine. How are we going to navigate that if they absolutely uproot that huge portion of our economy? And don't think that they care about them, because they do not. They care about what Europe thinks about them and the green energy cult, climate cult. There's a policy for, I don't have a lot of time to get into this, but the gist of it is jet fuel produced from green sources, which could be soybeans, could be other things, but it has to get the credits. It has to be by certain standards. So you have to use cover crop, nitrogen reducing practices, and some other things, or your grain doesn't qualify for the subsidy, so you can't use it for this new jet fuel. You don't think they're going to put that in place for all ethanol use? And if you don't have the credits, ethanol doesn't work without the government. With tax credits and mandates, it doesn't work. They could decimate the ethanol industry and would not feel bad about doing it. That's just on the ag sector. What's going to happen? On this video, we won't even get into the social issues with them, but I'm just thinking from a business standpoint, what are you guys thinking? Put it in the comments. What are you guys thinking? What's the best way to try to navigate the possibility that's the administration we have for the next 8 years? The destruction that they could do to this world in the next 8 years is frightening. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Leave it in the comment what you guys think. Please be respectful. Most of you guys always are, but and we will talk again soon. God bless.